One last word. How you want me to phrase this, Lord? The Lord has been putting something in front of me. One thing, frustration. There is a major level of frustration because we're seeing confirmations of stuff, but we're not seeing it in reality. And something I've been seeing from the minister, that's my main minister, and she's saying expect to see it. I've also been seeing 1212, which actually represents um manifested blessings. Okay, so what we are experiencing right now is a pull tug because the enemy is trying to keep what's supposed to be yours away from you, and you're pulling it into your reality, and it's a pull push, and you're also experiencing like spiritual contractions, which is frustrating you. At the same time, all of this discomfort has everything to do with the fact that you're birthing, and the Lord has given me a very uncomfortable confirmation of this. And I've been getting back pains, and I've been getting something else that expresses a birthing thing. And I'm like, yeah, I could have done without that. And I was frustrated yesterday. But thank you. The Lord, what He did, and I'm going to give you this, He gave me a confirmation. He showed me something because it was something that He allowed me to go through yesterday that frustrated the living daylights out of me. And I went into Him, and I just expressed my pure frustration with the situation. And I got three confirmations. It was like God sent me three people to confirm the exact thing I was feeling. Exactly. Darn near word for word. And I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. With the last confirmation He gave me was something that I'm not going to tell you exactly what it was that He gave me, but it was something that meant something to me. And I knew that was Him that sent it because it was random that this came to me at the time that it came to me after specifically having prayed what I prayed. And it caused me to have an emotional breakdown, to be honest with you, about this whole situation. And I'm not talking about the marriage, I'm talking about everything. But if you recognize, I've been telling y'all, I've been seeing all at once. All at once, this stuff is going to happen. All at once. A lot of us are in pressure because it is going to happen all at once. We've been pregnant with a lot of stuff, and it's all going to come forth all at one time. And we are emotionally distraught with having to carry it. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about would God bring you to a point of birth and not allow you to see the manifestation of the blessing? And we are at that point where it's like, a pregnant woman that just before her water breaks and the fullness of the gush of the flow of it coming. I remember one time it was a social media reality star did a video where she was talking about just before she gave birth, it was within that last 24 hours. And it's funny because the Lord kept putting a video by Deani Neves in front of me talking about within 24 hours. But what happened was she had an experience just before she had the baby. The morning before that 24-hour period, she had it's something called a mucus plug that comes out. And when it drops out, I've never heard anybody talk about it, but because she spoke on it, she even called her friend, and her friend was on the phone with her and said, yeah, that does happen. That the mucus plug is blood and mucus that comes out first. And it happened before. Nothing else came out. Nothing else happened. She was all right. Everything was good. She called her mama. She called her best friend. She's like, what in the world is this? I ain't never seen this before. That's what came out first. Okay? And but she was able to get up and go out and go about her day. She was fine. But you could tell that by the end of her video, that she was uncomfortable. You could tell she was kind of in this, I'm tired, so I'm about to go to bed. And you could see the exhaustion on her face. And she was like, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. I love you guys. She got on and she said, I love you guys. And she laid down and got off camera with everybody. What ended up happening is they did another video that backed that video a couple days later where they were saying she gave birth to the baby. Well, what happened was in the middle of the night, she woke up. And for some of you, Harderoof did a video where she talked about the fact that you're going to go in labor overnight. It's going to be an overnight delivery. This woman went into labor in the early hours of the morning, okay? And gave birth to her daughter. She gave birth to her daughter around like 10:30 the next morning, but she went into labor in the middle of the night. When they took her to the hospital, she was in the back grunting and hollering. They had to go pick up her aunt, and her aunt was sitting up there. You gonna be all right? Just lay down. You gonna be all right? You just lay down. And she's like, she was in the back of the car talking about, I feel like I gotta push. She's like, don't push, don't do nothing, don't. Just wait till we get to the hospital and let them tell you what you need to do. And she was just back there moaning and groaning and just uncomfortable. This is where we are. And they got her to the hospital and they put her in a water bath. And interestingly enough, they ended up putting her in the water bath, taking her out the water bath, putting her in the bed, putting her back in the water bath. And they kept doing this back and forth until she gave birth to the baby. And she did end up giving birth to the baby. I don't think she gave birth to the baby in the water. She gave birth to the baby in the bed, if I'm not mistaken. So what ended up happening is she had her baby girl naturally. Some of you are in that phase. You in the zone of that last couple hours. Because I recognized I was emotionally distraught yesterday, and I was like, I just said to the Lord, I can't even cry about this. And it was something that the Lord put in front of my face that when I saw it, I broke down into tears. And I was like, and usually it's a couple things that I've been seeing in these past few days to let me know, oh, that's the sign. This is about to be over. This season's about to be over. Number one, every time God's about to do some form of a shift in my life, I start to have not hyperventilation, but a discomfort in my breathing just before a shift occurs of some sort. And some type of blessing comes from that. And when I start to see that, I know something's about to shift. Something's about to change in some capacity. And what the Lord has been showing me, I happened to notice it the other day. And what it was I keep putting on green. I put on green. I changed my towel in the bathroom, and the color sequence in the towel is money green. And it's like money green, and green stripes. But it's money green colors, meaning the dark green of money and the light green of money. I was like, hold up, wait, what? And it's so funny. I lie to you not. the hamper is sitting, there's a hamper that sits outside the bathroom, and it literally has the matching hand towel. It's directly in front of my eyesight. Shut up. I'm not lying. Money's coming. And it's funny. It's this meme that's coming across somebody's that that somebody I'm in the space of. It keeps coming across their phone. Money's coming. And it's advertisement. Money's coming, money's coming, money's coming. And it's like free money's coming, money's coming, money's coming, money's coming. I'm like, and it's this happened 3-4 times in the past several days. And I'm like, it's an unusual thing, and it keep coming up. There's a financial blessing coming, and the word was put in front of my face. One of my ministers was praying real hard about 2 weeks ago, if not three. She released it as a Facebook post. Then she released it to the ministry, where she was speaking about God's about to send a wave of water in those dry places that it's been so dry you haven't been able to get anything. Nothing's working. I'm talking about dry. Rivers of water in that place, because she had a dream. It was dry, and then it was just full of forceful water. Just came from everywhere. Remember, I've been telling you all at once. I've been seeing all at once. I saw the song all at once. The last song I did a review on, all at once. One of the girls that I follow, she just moved into a house. She said all these blessings all at once. All at once. All at once. We've been sitting up here worried about this stuff. It's all coming all at once. Rivers of water in the desert. Financial. Judges 15:19. Resources coming from unknown places. It's tight right now. It's dry right now. It's not going to be that way much longer. And it's going to happen so suddenly. The reason you're feeling the discomfort is because your spirit, I really truly believe this. Our spirit's already where it's supposed to be. It's just that our bodies haven't made it there yet. And we're frustrated because our body wants to be where our spirit is. That's what it is. And we are frustrated because we're not where our spirit is. For I'm hearing the scripture, for I have gone ahead of you. I have made a place for you. And I've also been seeing that title come up a lot on my phone, talking about God has already established a safe place for you. God has already put you in a safe place. God has a safe place already designated for you. And I told you before that 7:28, let me get it for you again. 7:28, and earnest apart. 7:28, down payment pledge. Didn't I just say a financial release? Financial payment money is a regular term, NLT times, earnest money. A payment that's guaranteed, the rest will be given. Now catch this. A pledge, a part of a purchase money or property given in advance as a place of rest. Lastly, earnest money, cautionary money, deposited by the purchaser and forfeited if the purchaser is not completed. So this involves a purchase, a resting place, an advance on a resting place. Anybody recall David and his resting place. Hello. I have been seeing 255 repetitively. 255 also means a house. Uh, what is it? It's 1221 and 1255. 1221, I believe, is house of binding, and 1255 means communication. I've been seeing this image from homes.com over and over and over and over and over and over. The house is the advancement of rest. David was given his castle, his home, his place of rest. You get the house, the husband, the payment. I've been seeing that too. Restored. Where you're going to get the house, the inheritance, the money, the establishment, all of it. What? All at once. Amos 9 and 13. All at once. It's all coming at one time. The distress and stress you're feeling is it trying to get to you. I'm reminded of the scripture. I believe it was Paul that was expressing to the church. He said, we tried to come to you, but we were resisted. There's been a level of resistance to this blessing coming to you, but now is the season. It's coming forth. I saw the other day, it was a number I saw that literally meant not so much that the hindrance had been removed, but it talked about movement forward. You were moving forward and in advancement. Do I have that one in here? Let me see if I have it in my phone. Because I be snapshotting these numbers when I see them. That's 944. 833, to go straight, to advance. Primitive root, to be straight. Figuratively, to go forward, to be honest. Yep, move forward. Advancement. So, yeah, I've been seeing that you're moving forward and going forward. And oddly enough, since I'm saying that, I'm going to put this in here. I've been seeing, just as soon as last night, I saw an image that literally said, you are moving forward. And it was an image from a Heart of Ruth video where it showed the woman that had her hand up and the ring was highlighted, meaning her hand was darkened, but the light was emanating from the ring that she had. It was her engagement ring. And it's like, you're going to be allowed to move forward. There's certain things that have not been allowed to move forward because you're not married yet. And the other thing that I'm seeing is it's a lack of communication. Something that your spouse knows and has information from is preventing you from moving forward. This came up to me last week sometime where it was saying that the reason that you're feeling stuck is it's information that your partner has that if they don't release it unto you, is going to keep you in this stuck position. But once it's released to you, you will then be able to move forward. And now they are in a space where they're no longer held up. And once they get to you, it's going to be a simultaneous multiple reaction. They get freedom to move. And then when they bring you what's necessary for you to have, you get the fullness of your freedom to move. Okay. So I didn't even expect this word to be this long. So yeah, that's all that I had to say. Until next time. Much love, peace, blessings to y'all. Peace.